we head to Hawaii to check in on the devastating wildfires that have been tearing through the Maui city of Lahaina. The human toll has been devastating, with at least 53 people losing their lives, making it one of the deadliest U.S. wildfires in decades. Essentially, the entire city of Lahaina, a major tourist destination and nationally recognized historical landmark, has been burned to the ground. An investigation into the cause of the fire has not yet begun, but people think that unmanaged grasslands likely played a role in its spread, combined with a period of drought and high winds from a passing hurricane. This is still an ongoing tragedy. President Biden declared it a national emergency yesterday afternoon, and residents have had to deal with the fires and the smoke itself, of course, but also the secondary effects like a loss in cellular service and widespread power outages. So, Kyle, I just want to touch in on some of the storylines that are emerging from this tragedy. We have the role Apple is playing in saving lives. Also, the impact these fires are having on Maui's still delicate economy. What kind of stood out to you?
What stood out to me, I think the Apple thing is really interesting. Kind of satellite phones have now come into the conversation. They have this special feature, I think it's called SOS, where if you don't have cell service, you can still call first responders via their satellite. And, Starlink is also big in this space as well. Apple has invested $450 million in their satellite network. And they have them now on most new iPhones.
Yeah, we saw all these stories kind of emerging on Twitter of, I touched on this yesterday at the top of the show, but like people were literally saying once cell service goes down, the only option you have is if you have a satellite phone, which no one has a satellite phone, but then people were coming to realize that all their new iPhones are equipped with like this really, really life-saving technology. So it is one of those things where Apple, you're putting $450 million into it. You probably can look at that and say, like, are we really going to plow this much money into a feature that will maybe be used? But in situations like this, it's literally the difference between life or death.
Yeah, it has been saving lives, which is, obviously really great to see. And also, like, Google has their Project Loon, which is cell phone balloons. And so we're seeing ways in which you can still get critical service when needed.
I also do want to talk about how the fires have impacted Maui's economy, because it's been in a really delicate spot, still recovering from the pandemic. Tourism is like the economic engine of this island. 80% of Maui's economic activity is generated by visitors spending their money on the island. So that means 4 out of every $5 that the island generates comes either directly or indirectly from tourism. And of course, these wildfires have thrown a huge wrench in the tourism business because, the city is just pretty much no longer there. So it is just this brutal 1-2 punch where the loss of property damage, loss of life, but then also a very bleak economic output looking forward for the island of Maui.
Yeah, and this isn't, you don't have to hear about wildfires in Hawaii causing obviously this much damage, and so they're not super prepared for this, and so hopefully they can recover fast. Obviously, prayers to everyone in Hawaii.
Yeah, and if we just want to zoom out a little bit, this year has been one of the worst years already for natural disasters. Extreme weather events in 2023 have already cost insurers $50 billion. That's the biggest natural disaster year since at least 1980 when these statistics were first tracked. So, it's only August too, which is just kind of nuts. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.